Hold on. Hey, Killeen. We just finished up the Let's Talk About It panel to discuss Proposition A, which is decriminalizing marijuana in the cities of Killeen and Harker Heights. Unfortunately, I had some technical difficulties, and I missed the opening speaker, who was also the moderator and the person who put it all together, Leo Gukeisen. So out of fairness, I want to give Mr. Gukeisen his opportunity to give his position on the proposition that he missed having in the original video, and then I will be posting them simultaneously. So, Leo, if you would like to say anything about yourself or just jump right into your position on Prop A.
Okay, as we start off with the agenda items, my name's Leo Gukeisen. Some of you probably already know me. I'm just a normal resident of Killeen. I'm an outspoken person at the City Council. I address issues to them on items that I feel that are important. I am against Proposition A. I could stand here and list off a list of reasons why, but I'm going to hit some of the top ones. The first one is it hinders our law enforcement officers from doing their job. In this proposition, it states that the law enforcement officers cannot use the odor or smell of marijuana to have probable cause to search, and that's wrong. That has been the law of the land, for at least 27 years while I was a law enforcement personnel, and it's still being used today, and it helps our police department and other police departments to get criminals off our streets. Secondly, it violates the state constitution. That's the key thing. It violates our state constitution, because right now, as you know, federal government recognizes it as class Schedule 1, which is illegal. The state does the same thing. And there's an article in the state constitution that basically says that municipalities cannot or shall not pass ordinance that are in violation of the state constitution. Simple as that. Another thing is, everybody's putting out for this to be passed, but they're not talking about the consequences that could happen. One good consequence that I haven't heard anybody bring up, both sides, the left, the right, the Democrats, the Republicans, is the fact that if this thing does pass, and if our city council approves it, a person who could be working for a company that has a zero tolerance for drug use could get administered a urinalysis and come back positive for THC, and they can lose their job. They can't say, well, it's legal in Killeen, so I'm good to go. No, it's not. The company has their policies. So that's possibly going to hinder a lot of people from getting jobs and or losing their jobs. But one main thing that neither side has brought up, except for one gentleman, I do not remember his name, but he addressed the city council on this, and it was like hitting the nail on the hammer. Individual responsibility. It's not the police officer's fault that a person gets arrested for marijuana possession. It's not the court's fault that this person gets a record. It's that individual. That individual knows the difference between right and wrong. They are the ones to blame. It's not anybody else. But no one seems to want to put the blame where it belongs to, is on the individual person. They have to take responsibilities for their action. They know it's illegal, but they still want to do it, and it's like playing roulette. If your number comes up, you pay the consequences. So we did have a good discussion today. A lot of good points were brought up, and I hope that helps if you're undecided yet on the proposition. If you're for it or against it, I hope more information was given to you so you can have a legit based discussion on the issue. And one thing that I put out that I don't know if it's on the table or not, is you should do your own research into this matter. Don't listen to the propaganda from the left or propaganda from the right, or even from our speakers today. Research it for yourself. Make up your own mind if you are for or against this. Okay, don't just listen to your neighbor who says, oh, I'm for it. Well, I'm for it too. Look into it. Look at that and look how it's going to hinder our law enforcement. Look at the possibilities. If you do your research, there are cities in other states that have legalized marijuana or decriminalization of marijuana. Their crime rates have gone up because if a person wants the drugs and they don't have the money, they're going to commit a crime to get money to buy the drugs. So the crime rate could possibly go up in our city. And this also affects our sister surrounding cities like Harker Heights, Nolanville, Cove. If they don't have a law decriminalizing it, they're still going to arrest people. And another point was brought up. If this ordinance does pass and go on the books, this is not going to stop DPS, the Sheriff's Department, or the constable, or any other federal law enforcement agency from making the arrest for the possession of marijuana. So it doesn't solve it. It's just, as stated before, this is a political agenda item for the Democrat Party. So do your research, please, and look into it for yourself and make up your own mind. Don't let someone make up your mind for you. And of course, please get out and vote. Early elections start tomorrow, and election day is November 8th. So get out and vote. Check the city website, the county website. They'll have all the times for the particular days and the locations. As put out before, you can go anywhere to any one of those locations to vote. So if you live in Killeen and you want to drive all the way up to Salado to vote, by God, you can do that. But just please get out and vote. Let your vote count. Let the elected representatives hear your voice, and they do that by you getting out and vote. Thank you, and God bless.
All right, thank you very much. So it's Leo Gukeisen. He is the person who actually organized and put this together today. We had some other panel members that I think the introduction for them was missed. So we had, besides Leo, Bobby Whitson, who is the current county commissioner for Precinct 2, and he is running for re-election this year. So Bobby Whitson, current county commissioner for Precinct 2, running for re-election. He will be on the ballot. We had David Bass, who is the president of Texas Veterans for Legal Marijuana. We had myself, and we had Christopher Bray, who is a candidate for County Commissioner Precinct 4. All of the candidates for state representative, county commissioner, and Justice of the Peace were invited. And we had 2 of those candidates come out. They both decided to join the panel and speak. I'm going to ask that everyone please watch both videos. Watch this one and the corresponding one that's a lot longer because it covers all the rest of the information we talked about. Anyway, thank you, Killeen. Enjoy the day, and looking forward to some much needed rain tomorrow.